Yep, that's the intro.
Oh my goodness, what is over here? Could it possibly be the mod showcase that I already set up a while back? I was gonna ride up in this boat, but it does not move. It appears to be glitched for some reason, so I don't know if that's just a bug or if maybe I'm doing something wrong, but this boat works fine. Not off to a great start, but my friends, this is the Buzzier B mod showcase. This mod actually is pretty cool, minus that one little flaw over there. Ugh. How dare the boat not work? Whatever will I do with myself? This mod actually adds a lot of really cool... Okay, Mr. Rain, I'm in the middle of recording. The one thing I think is really cool about this mod pack is not only does it add a lot of stuff, but it also adds stuff that I think adds to vanilla. It doesn't make it so that it feels too unlike Minecraft. It still feels like Minecraft. Start off, we got some new blocks. First off, we have hive planks, which you can see come in many variations. Basically any sort of wood variation, you got it in the hive planks texture, and that's what that boat over there is. But sadly, like I said, the boat doesn't work. Luckily, these seem to be working. Over here we have the honey bricks, which as you can see also come in a unique texture as well. It's like bricks, but golden. It's like the yellow brick road. These are made simply by taking honeycombs and interlacing them with some brick. Let's move on to the wax. This is wax. You get it by smelting honeycombs in a smoker or a furnace, and then you can go ahead and make it into a wax block using 9 wax, and it looks really ugly. It looks like earwax. It's pretty gross, quite frankly. But wax does have other uses, and we'll get into that in just a second. Up next, we have the crystallized honey. This stuff is really easy to make. It is just 1 honey bottle and 1 sugar. You can actually break it down again in the crafting table to make 6 sugar, which is 2 more than you put in technically, so you can just kind of use this to keep getting sugar over and over again. It also has a block form that looks like so, and that is crafted using 4 of the crystallized honey. Mr. Sun, stop going away. I got a mod showcase to do. Actually, the sun going down is a perfect transition into something that I was going to get into later, but we're going to get into now. You see these little lamps up here? These are actually honey lamps, and you can make them by using a honey bottle, one end. Why you just got to be rude? Now that there's no more rain, as you can see, the honey lamps are made with honey bottle, gold ingot, and end rod, and it's basically just an end rod with a neat texture, quite frankly. I think it looks pretty interesting overall. That's about all I have to say about that. It's a light source. How nice of you to join us again, Mr. Sun. Now you stay up there. It should be noted that you can also eat the crystalline sugar, and it has an 80% chance of giving you speed too when you consume it. Moving on to the rest of the foods, we have a really, really good food here. It's a superfood, some might say, called bee soup. There's no bees in it. There's just bee products in it, including wax. Sounds tasty. Crystallized honey. When you put it into a soup form, I don't think it's going to be crystallized anymore. Regular honey, lots of honey, and then honeycomb, more honey. If you put it all together, it gives you a really strong food source, but it does give you a slowness for a little bit. So be cautious when you eat it around mobs that are bad boys, bad monster mobs, bad nightmare mobs. The next 3, on top of adding to hunger, will also cure certain status effects. So for example, the honey apple, which is made by a honey bottle and 1 apple, will cure levitation. So that's good if you're around, what are those things called? Shulkers? Shulkers levitate you, right? That's what that is? Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure. This is a honey sandwich, I believe, or honey bread, actually, which is just bread and honey bottles put together. This will cure the bad omen effect. So, you can safely walk into villages like that one over there. And then last but not least, we have glazed ham, which is made with a cooked pork chop and 1 honey bottle, and will cure mining fatigue when you eat it. Alright, so we talked about the lamp, but now let's talk about the candle. As you can see, candles can be crafted using 2 wax and 1 string, and from there you can actually dye them any color, turning them whatever color you want. This is purely decorative though, so that's about it. However, what's not purely decorative are these candles, which look awesome, by the way. You can use almost any flower. I think any flower that isn't like one of the ones that are 2 blocks tall you can use for this. Combining a candle with 1 blaze powder and 1 flower of your choice, you get yourself a scented candle. Which brings us to scented candles and the new flowers in this mod pack. The scented candles will actually give you status effects when you stand close to them. You do have to be very close to them. As you can see, I'm just now getting all the status effects. It poisons you. It poisons you. Okay, I didn't know. Rain! Why you gotta ruin everything? I swear, every time I press record, it just starts raining. But as you can see, on top of all the candles, we have new flowers here too, which actually look really, really cool. I think they're a cool addition. Here is actually one of my favorites, along with the cartwheel, because I just like that this is animated. I think it looks really neat. Candles, flowers. What's next? That's right, a tool that it's called the honey wand. That's right. I definitely knew that and didn't just read it right now before your eyes. As you might have guessed by using your eyes and prior context clues, this one is covered in honey and this one isn't. That's because you can use it on one of these beehives to take out honey when there's honey in it. And guess what? When you do it, it's pretty great because bam! There's no honey in it. I don't know what I'm doing. But you can take out the honey without the bees getting angry at you. See that bee over there? He stays happy and jolly. He's like, go ahead. Just because you use this wand thing, I'm now completely pleased with you robbing me. And then if you look over here, we have also different beehives that represent the different planks in the game, the different types of planks. So for instance, this is spruce, this is birch, this is jungle, this is acacia, and this is dark oak. I think they look really neat. I think it's a good idea. I think this is something that Mojang should have added originally anyways. But you know what? It's cool. I'm glad that, I'm glad it's here. I think these are pretty neat designs, quite frankly. I'm having a good time. Are you? Are you having a good time? You better be having a good time. If you're having a good time, hit that like button because I need to feed my kids. Next up, we have the oh yeah, we're in peaceful mode, not easy. Okay. Okay, now that we're in easy, we can place this in here and we get the honey slime. It's a slime, but with a honeyish texture. You can actually go like this and take the honey off the honey slimes. And by the way, once you get honey on your sticky honey wand, you can eat the sticky honey right off the sticky honey wand. But this honey slime, as you can see, now has a different texture because we stole his honey. And it's raining and it's nighttime now. Oh gosh, and you're here now? Oh man, this is a nightmare. I'm in a nightmare. But as you can see, the honey slime's texture is now different. That's because we stole the honey from it. Over time, it will actually grow honey back, so it'll turn back into a full yellow boy, and that'll be pretty nice because then you can just keep farming them for honey, and you don't have to rely on those silly beehives anymore. Those silly boys that attack you and stuff. These guys probably attack you anyways too. But yeah, we're gonna proceed. This game also adds something that I think is pretty interesting, although not super applicable. I think in certain situations, this is actually a really cool idea. But for the most part, for like a solo player, as like most of us probably are, because let's be honest, we're all loners, I don't see the practical application of this, except for maybe one or two reasons. These are called cures, okay? So if I go ahead and, well, actually, oh, that's not one. So if I go ahead and pop this out, you'll see it's a cure of poison. So if I were to be poisoned, I could drink this and I would no longer be poisoned. Now, some of you might be saying, hey, milk exists. And I would be like, you know what? You're not wrong. Milk is a thing that exists, but let me tell you, I actually sat down, took the time, and I thought about it with my brain, and I'm like, you know what, there's actually some practical applications, right? So the first one is this, and this is useless. This potion right here, I think this is kind of useless. Just drink milk. But the splash potions, now these are kind of where it gets interesting, right? Because I can affect multiple people with a splash potion at once. So let's say you get a group of buddies together, which goes like, hey, I got a potion of poison, Kazam! And then they like poison you, and now you're dying of the famine and dysentery and all those things. Then you can just go ahead and chuck this down at your buddy's feet. All your buddies are dying of dysentery. You gotta save them. This is Oregon Trail all over again. We gotta save them. So we go ahead and you throw that at the ground, and everything's fine now after that. I also think if like you're out with your dogs or your cats and you're going out fighting monsters, and then all of a sudden, boom, a witch out of nowhere, and they throw some nasty stuff at you, then you can just go like, oh wow, I need to not let my best friend die. So then you throw it at your furry friend, and your furry friend is fine now. He's no longer dying of dysentery as well. And then in my opinion, the other practical application for this is in like PvP settings where like let's say somebody gets a buff of like strength, for instance. You can get the cure of strength and you can just throw it at them and now they don't have strength potion anymore. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where I'm coming from with this. I think there are applications to this. I just think that they're not strong, really. So that is it, guys. That is the Buzzier Bee mod showcase. If you guys like this mod, please leave a like on this video. It really means a lot to me. And don't forget to check out the mod in the description. I have it posted. It's probably one of the top links. Yeah, go check it out. I think this is a really cool mod personally. Let me know what you guys think of this mod down in the comment section down below. And subscribe for more mod showcases like this. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye, guys.